Well, howdy, everybody. This is John Michael. It's the seventh Sunday of Ordinary Time. And today we hear the great teaching of loving your enemies, turning the other cheek, which basically meant, if you read Barclay's commentary, old Barclay commentary, great commentary, one of the things he said was that if you hit somebody on one side, boom, meant, hey, I don't like you. You turn the other cheek, it means I'm going to kill you. So the Christians in the early church were non-resistant. They were non-resistant, and they learned how to love their enemies. You know, I just did a record a while back called The Inner Room, and the heart of it is a song called The Light of the World, which comes from the Sermon on the Mount, one of my favorites. And one of the reasons I like it is because we love to talk about theology and liturgy and politics and morality and all these things, but very few of us actually act like Jesus. I know I don't. Somebody opposes us, we get rankled, we get our dander up, Well, that's because the ego is still alive. The old self is still in the driver's seat. I can only love my enemy, really, when I learn how to let go of the old self, let it die, pass away through the cross of Christ, and rise up a new creation. That's what baptism is, to go into the water, to die, to rise up a new creation, whether the water is in a river or a pond or a lake, or whether it's poured, whether it's in a baptismal, it doesn't matter. What's important is that symbolism of dying and rising. It's at the very beginning of our Christian life, and yet so often we don't get it. Even though it's not the end of life, it's the beginning. So I pray that we all learn how to love our enemies by learning how to let go of the old self and rise up a new creation in Christ. If you do that, you're going to discover a whole new way of living. It's going to be wonderful. You're going to find the resurrection of Jesus. You're going to love everybody. You're going to love your enemies. And like attracts like. And even though some may still hate you, a lot of them are loving you and are going to be converted. That's my prayer for you guys. I love you. All things are possible with God.